Hello and welcome to Vidra Embedded channel. Today I am going to show you how to use the ERT as a virtual component with the TI display drivers using MSP432. So let's get started. So open the CCS, and here we are going to copy the one of the existing projects. So I am going to copy the Blinky project here. So copy this and then paste it here and rename it as virtual component and copy this. Now expand the project and rename this blink.c as VCOM. So rename it to virtual com and also rename the Sysconfig file, and this one we'll name it as again VCOM. Okay, now to configure the project, open the Sysconfiguration file. Now once it is open, you will see that already a GPIO is configured, and also we have configured the RTOS. So we are using the no RTOS. Okay, and then here, if you want to use the ERT as a virtual component, so TI provides a driver called display driver, which will support both LCD as well as the virtual component for the ERT. Now we are going to use the display driver and we'll configure the ERT, and based on the ERT configuration we are going to implement a virtual component. Now we are going to use the display driver. So to use the display driver, click on the display, and then here you need to add an instance. So click here and then it will pop up here. So some options. So first the name is, you can name it like this, config underscore display underscore 0, and the use hardware is, click on this. We are going to use the XTS110 ERT, so which will provide the virtual component via debugger. So click on this, and then it will type display type is the ERT, and the ERT buffer size is 1024 bytes. And if you want to enable the ANSI support, you can also enable this, and then you can also select the border. So I'll go with the default one, that is 115200. And so if you want to know the which ERT is configured for this, you can also expand this and you will able to see the ERT configuration and all this. That's all about the configuration. It's very simple. You need to click on this and add an instance, and then make sure you select the XTS110 as a ERT. So save the configuration file, and to reflect the changes that we have configured here, you need to compile the project. So click on this project and then click on this hammer icon to build the project. Now you see that build is compiled successfully without any errors and warnings. Now go and open the virtual com here, and then here we have written some code which is related to the LED. We don't need that. Delete this and also delete this. So now, so to use the display driver, like for example, if you want to use the GPIO, like we have included some header files here, right? So similarly, to use the display driver, we need to also import some include header files here. So let's copy this. So here we are going to use the display drivers. Now include the display driver. So hash include. So display drivers under a different path, that is TI underscore display underscore display dot h file. And as we are using the display as a ERT, so you need to also include one more include file, that is TI slash driver slash so display. Sorry, this is not drivers, this is a display. And here you need to include the display ERT.h file. So now we have included the two header files which will be supported for the virtual component as a display port. Now we need to initialize the driver. So to initialize the driver, call the display underscore init. This is the initialization function, like we do for the GPIO initialization. So apart from this, we need to also initialize the display parameters, display params. So for that we need to call a structure, that is a display underscore params. You see, this is a structure. So if you want to use the members of a structure, so we need to use the structure name followed by the structure variable. So I'm going to give it as let's say for example ERT params. Params are nothing but a parameters. So, and to handle the display, and we need to use the one more structure called display handle. Okay, and this display handle you can name it as a ERT handle. Okay, so now here what we have done is, so we are going to first initialize the parameters. For that we declare a structure variable here. Similarly, for if you want to handle the ERT, so we need a handle. So for that we use the another structure. Okay. Now once the two structure variables are declared, so we need to initialize the parameters here. So that for that we need to call a API. Okay, that is display underscore initialization params. Okay, this is parameter initializations. So and here the parameter that we need to pass here is the ERT params. Okay, so now we have initialized all the parameters of the structure. Now we need to open the connection as a ERT. So for that you need to call one more function called display underscore open. So this will open the connection. So for the first parameter is the display type. So the display type is so we are going to use the display as the ERT, and the second parameter is the parameters. Okay, that is ERT params. Okay. So now it will return a handle. So to handle that, so we are going to assign this to a handle. So that is the ERT handle. Copy this. Okay, is equals to. So now we have initialized the parameters, and also we have opened the connection as a display type ERT. Okay. Now we can use the printf statement directly to print some statements onto the console. Okay. So for that, what I am going to do, go to the while loop. Okay. Here declare a integer variable of 16-bit type or 32-bit type, for example. Okay. And declare a number. Initialize to declare a number. Okay, and this number we are going to display using a printf statement. So here if you see, you will find a different kinds of functions starting from print 0 to the print 5. So you can also, it is a self-explanatory. For example, if you want to use any format specifiers with the argument 0 or 1 argument or 2 arguments or 3 arguments, okay, you can use the appropriate function. So here we are going to use the 1 argument. So I'm going to use the display underscore print1 function. Okay, and the first one is the handle. So handle is the ERT handle. Okay, pass that ERT handle. Okay, and the second parameter is the line. Okay, x-axis and y-axis. So we'll display at 0 0, and the format specifier. Okay, for that we are going to use the number is, okay, number is equals to, so percentage d, it's an integer, right? So and the argument as a number. Okay, here pass the argument as a number, and we'll increment every time by 1. Okay, and provide a delay. So for that I'm going to give the sleep and give a 1 second delay to see some changes onto the console. Okay, so again I will explain here. First we have initialized the display, and then next we use the two structure variables for the display parameters as well as the display handle. Then we have initialized the display, and then we have opened the connection for the ERT. Okay, and then we have used the one of the printf statement provided by the driver, and then we are going to display a number onto the console for every 1 second. Okay, so this is how you need to use the display driver provided by the TI. Okay, so save the code. Now click on the project, and then click on this hammer icon to compile the project. So here we have a warning. What is that? Okay, here it is saying that, okay, number is used before its value is set. Okay, so what you do is you cut it from here, and you can paste it here and initialize that value to 0. Okay, so save the code. Now click on this project and click on the hammer icon to compile the project. Now code is compiled successfully without any errors and warnings. Now connect your MSP432 code. Click on this debug icon to launch the debug perspective. Click on yes. Now the debug prospect is open. So to see some commands under the console, I need to open the console. Okay. So for that I am using the PuTTY. Okay. And here you can click on the serial and it will ask for the serial COM port as well as the baud rate. So to know the COM port of your MSP432, so click on the Windows, right click on the Windows and go to the device manager. And here if you expand the ports, you will able to see XTS110 classical application / user ERT, which is a COM10, and the another one is auxiliary data port, which is a COM9. So we are going to use the ERT port, that is the COM10. Okay, so close this. So give it as a 10, and we set the baud rate as a 115200 and click on open to open the console. Okay, now click on the resume icon to upload the code onto the board, and then once the code is uploaded on the board, you will see on the console the number is incremented by 1 every 1 second. Okay, so if you want, I can also increase the font size. So go to the same settings, go to logging, go to appearance, then click on here and then increase the font size to, let's say for example 14, click on apply, and now here you can see the number is incremented by 1 every 1 second. So this is how we are going to use the display driver as a virtual COM port. Okay, so thanks for watching this video. If you like this video, please subscribe to my channel.